Hey, we're back on the Morning Brew with friends, and we have our awesome friends Carol Orlowski and Jan Lujan from Reading Works, and you're the executive director, and you're one of the tutors. No, you are the board member.
I am one of the board members.
There's many of you.
There are.
Many of you at Reading Works.
Right.
And Reading Works, tell us briefly what Reading Works does.
Reading Works is a nonprofit organization that tutors, one-on-one tutoring provides for adults over the age of 18 in Albuquerque. We tutor in basic literacy, ESL, math, and computers.
Great. And you're one of the tutors.
I
and
am.
What kinds of folks do you work with, and what kinds of things do you find that people are wanting to learn these days? Is it the computer stuff that's the big thing? Or is it still basic reading?
Both.
All of the above,
All
everything?
of the above. I work primarily with English as a second language, and I have, right now I have a group of about 10 to 12 people. They are primarily parents at Wilson Mid School. We meet twice a week in the evenings for about an hour and a half, and they vote every once in a while on what they want. So we just finished a unit on heroes. Everybody had to pick a hero and make a presentation. And now we're going into health. And we're going to do a lot of dialogues. So people know how to talk to doctors and insurance people. And
whoever else you just need to talk to in the world.
whoever.
Yeah, and this is it's adult literacy education.
Adults only.
Adults only.
Adults
Correct.
Yeah, and there is a big event coming up. Is it this Sunday?
It's a Sunday, you're
At
right.
the Albuquerque Country Club.
Right.
It should be a great time, and it's your annual big banquet, right?
It is. This is our third annual Luncheon for Literacy. And we're really excited this year because we've got Ann Hillerman coming as our guest speaker.
She's an old friend of mine, and
Is
she's
she?
great.
Oh,
Yes.
she has been so sweet. She sent me an email a couple weeks, we've been writing back and forth about, who's coming and what she's going to do at the luncheon. And her last one was, and how long did you want me to ramble on? And I just chuckled. I thought that was so sweet because it's like, oh my gosh, so many people are coming because of her, because
Right.
she's got such a great reputation in the community.
And she got her father's personality. Her father was Tony Hillerman, the
Yes.
author. And
Yes.
she got his personality, and they're two of a kind, and she's certainly a lot of fun to just
Yeah.
talk to. And she'll
Yeah.
be a great speaker at the event for sure.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get involved with Reading Works? I mean, have you been a lifelong teacher, or have you been a lifelong person who just likes to read, or how did you get involved in Reading Works?
Both.
Both.
I knew some of the people who started Reading Works, so when I retired from teaching, I taught adults. When I retired from teaching, lasted about 3 weeks, and
Best retirement ever, right?
right, great, got all the closets cleaned, and they said, we've got this weird little project, and we really need somebody who can work with a group, because most of our tutoring is individual. And so I started working at Wilson and tutoring ESL, and then we also train all of our tutors, and I also do that.
How many are there? It sounds like there's a lot of tutors.
This year we've got 75. I had to
We've
double
got
check
a
that.
cheat sheet of numbers
we
here,
do,
which is all right.
Because numbers you need to be careful about.
Right.
But as of our board meeting that we had on Saturday, we've got 75 tutors. Not all of them are matched with students right now. But we
So
do
are you
have
looking for
75
students? Can people, and how does somebody become a student?
We are always looking for students. And Dan, that's one of the reasons that we were so happy that you invited us on here today, because one of the things that hit me when I got involved with Reading Works is that people don't choose to be illiterate, but they can only choose solutions from those things that they know are available. And if they don't even know about us, and they don't know about the services that we provide for free, they can't make us as a choice. They can't say, I would really like to learn, I want to work with somebody like Jan
Right.
and improve my English. They can't do that because they don't know we're here. We're
Right.
relatively new in Albuquerque. We just started in 2009 was the first year that we saw students. And so we're still growing. And so people find out about us primarily through word of mouth.
Do you take referrals? Like if I know
Yes.
somebody who's struggling, can I just send them your way and say,
Yes,
hey,
you
here's
could.
somebody who's looking for some help?
You can give them our phone number. You can, If they have a computer, they could go to our website. But yes, referrals from employers, referrals from friends, referrals from other students that'll say to their friends that, you know, hey, I've been working on it. Maybe they get their spouses involved.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's how we find
Are there certain
people.
employers you guys have become friends with that you kind of work with kind of a regular basis to help people?
We're still working on that.
Oh, okay.
But we do partner with ABQ GED, and what they do is they refer students. ABQ GED will take people into their programs and their classroom settings to help people get their GEDs. But they have to be at a 6th grade level of reading capability.
In English, at least.
In English. And if they're not at that level, they can't make it into the ABQ GED programs, and they will refer people to us who are lower than 6th grade reading level.
Right.
And then once they get with us, they often continue with us and finish all the work that they need to get their GED because they like the one-on-one. And that's one of the things that really makes us unique, don't you think?
I think that's rare. I'd imagine that's rare in a lot of programs. And there aren't really many adult literacy programs that I know of in Albuquerque either.
Well, and there's part of the key that you don't know of. There are some. We have a sister program in Rio Rancho, and there are other adult literacy programs. Ours is community-based, which means that we are not affiliated with a college or a university or an organization of any kind. We do train, Jan and Margaret train our tutors using pro-literacy program, is that right? Pro-literacy? So we know they're all trained and know how to do it. But our tutors are all volunteers from the community, so it's neighbors helping neighbors.
That's very cool. So what are you hoping to do with the luncheon on Sunday? Are you hoping to raise money to pay for more materials? I know you have a new building, a new office space that you're working on. What are you hoping to raise money for this weekend?
For all of our supplies, everything we do is free of charge. We have 1.5 paid employees.
Staffers,
So we need money for everything you can imagine, from pens and paper and books for our students.
Special software.
Yes, all the computer technology and all of that. So we're raising money mostly for general fund, but it all goes back to the community, really.
Very cool.
And the second thing is to get the word out.
Yeah.
You know, let people know that we're there. So.
Yeah. Well, just briefly, the big event, the Luncheon for Literacy, is this Sunday.
Sunday, April 19th.
It's at the Albuquerque Convention. I want to say Albuquerque Convention. Albuquerque
Don't I wish?
The Country Club.
Right.
Great, beautiful spot there.
Yes.
It should be a wonderful time. And we have Ann Hillerman, who's the luncheon speaker, who's always a fun one to hear talk. She's always got great stories about something awesome. And it's cool to have an author at the Reading Works fair.
Yes,
I think we're all, we're all literate people. We all like to read. We all love it. And to have somebody like her with some great stories about writing should be fun. We can find out more information at you guys' website, which is just readingworks.org, or what is it?
Reading-works.org.
There, we got the website up there. Well, great. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew with Friends. We have a packed house today. The green room is full of people on the Morning Brew with Friends.